Hey YouTube, today I want to give you a couple quick tips for your pool. So we opened our pool up the other day, got it going, and I had some problems with a pump. I did a video on that, and I've had some leak issues. So I tackled the pump first, and then I had to go at the leaks. And in the process, got some tips from some people that have had pools for a while, and just wanted to share them with you. The first one is, when you're putting your connections together, even on your hose connections where you have those rubber washers, but especially when you have the rubber O-rings, like the ones that are on my sand filter at the top where the pieces fit together, or on the pump where like you'll have lids, they'll put an O-ring in there. Take a little Vaseline on your finger and run it around, coat the O-ring in it. Make sure that you take a rag and clean everything out from last year so you don't have any grit in there or any sand or dirt or bugs. Get all that out of there so it's nice and clean. Little Vaseline around there, put some Vaseline in the O-ring, seat it in. It'll actually help hold it in place when you're setting it all together, because sometimes those O-rings will slide out when you're fitting the things together. And then what it does is when you compress it, it makes a nice seal. I did that and knocked all my leaks out. So, how long it holds up, we'll see, but the guy that told me about it's been doing it for years and said it hasn't let him down, so I wanted to share that with you. So the second tip is for when you winterize your pool. Put your tarp on, and then what ends up happening over the winter is you get rain on that tarp, you get snow on that tarp, and it pushes down, it displaces the water underneath. This is my first year with this type of pool, so I had taken these hoses, left them hooked up here, but unhooked them down low, because I removed the pump and the filter. But what happened is the water is displaced, it's pushed up, it drained out these holes. I lost probably 2/3 of the water out of my pool. I mean, it was a massive loss of water. We had to fill the pool for over a day to get it back up, or off and on, because I didn't want to just leave it going overnight. But basically, it was a whole lot of filling and a whole lot of water loss. That translates into money. So I mentioned it to my neighbor who's got a pool, and I said, "What are you doing?" He said what he does is he takes this hose here, and he just screws the end of it that he disconnected onto here, and basically just creates a loop so the water can't come out. He said it pretty much keeps the water in for him. So give that a go if you're new to it like I am and you don't have another system in place. If you do have another way of doing it, I would love to hear about it. I'd love to know like what the trick is, or what people have come up with to solve the problem of the water loss from the displacement of water being pushed down on that tarp and pushing the water out of the pool. Alright, now I'm just going to take the camera freehand in here, and I just want to show you a couple of the O-rings. I put the Vaseline on and kind of show you a couple of the fittings so you can see what I was talking about. Okay, so right here is the secondary filter. This is the one that's on the pump. I have a filter at the strainer right there, and then it comes down, comes in here. There's a filter in here. This clear lid right here, this threads on, and then this is a separate piece, and there's an O-ring right here. You can see how it's glistening right there. That's the Vaseline. I had leaks coming out of here yesterday. It's bone dry today. When I hooked this back up, I put a little Vaseline on there too. Bone dry. This right here, I was having problems with this. We pulled it apart. I found some sand that had gotten caught up in it. Cleaned it up. Put a little Vaseline on the O-ring that's in there. Wiped everything down real good. Vaselined it up, put it together. Bone dry today. So, very happy so far with that tip. It's working out quite well for me. Just wanted to, again, just share that with you. If you're new to pools, give it a go if you're having a problem. It might save you a massive headache. Hey, as always, I hope you found this helpful, and I'll talk at you in the next video.